Hello everyone. As we all know that Sun is conjunct Venus at this time, and this is the phase of Venus combustion that is almost began, and now the true combustion is gonna be starting somewhere around July 13th, and it's gonna last up until about October 14th. So today I'm going to be talking about what kind of effects this conjunction will bring about in our lives, and then what kind of positive things might happen, what kind of negative things we should be aware of, and we will be talking about the remedies to balance the Sun and the Venus energies. So if you are new to my channel, please hit the like button if you like the video, and subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Okay, so now let's start. Now this conjunction is going to be actually very strict up until the month of September, somewhere by the end of September. So both the planets are going to be very close to each other, like between like within 10 to 13 degrees, and it will start to loosen up. This close conjunction will start to loosen up somewhere about like the beginning of October, and finally the end phase of the Venus combustion will come about somewhere 14th of October. Now, to know the effects of this combustion, Venus combustion, let's discuss, like, because the two planets are involved here, so Sun and Venus. So let's discuss what things Sun represents and what things Venus represents in our lives. So what does Sun represents? Sun represents power, authority, pride, personality, social status. It represents your ego. It represents your self-esteem. It represents masculine energy. It represents father figure, father. It represents your bosses. It represents the organization or the company that you work in. So Sun is actually a very hot planet. It is the hottest. Everybody knows that, right? So it has the fire element. So these are the things which are going to play its part in the Venus combustion. Now let's go to Venus. So what does Venus represents? So Venus represents all things related to arts, music, fine arts, luxury, money, and creativity. It represents your hoards, like whatever things, collections you have. So it also represents your creative expression, artistic expressions, artistic abilities. It represents relationships. It represents marriage. It represents not only the marriage relationship, it represents love affairs. It also represents business relationships, like the business partnership. So any kind of partnership comes under the umbrella of Venus. So these are the things that are going to be together, like the Sun's energy and the Venus energy is going to be coming together, and bringing about like new experiences in our lives. Now we will be talking, as I said, we'll be talking about the negative aspects and the positive aspects of this combustion. So let's discuss like what kind of things we should be aware of and we should be careful of during this time. So now the negative outcomes of this combustion are actually like you will come across people who are very proud about their luxurious life, about their money, because here the Venus and Sun's energy is coming together. So Sun, like, his lot of bright light, it's a lot of shine, so it's gonna hide the qualities of the Venus when it throws light. So Venus is gonna be like shaky here. So what's happening is like you're gonna come across such people, or if you yourself have those things in your life, like if you're living a very luxurious life, then you might feel little boastful about it. So you need to check on yourself. So here another thing, it's like both these planets are, you know, making you become like discriminative. So why? Because here sun is involved. Sun is the authority. So people can become discriminative, boastful about their own wealth, about their own accomplishments. So bosses or fatherly figures are not going to understand your creative abilities, your creative side at this time. You will be feeling lots of challenge to make them understand your point of view, your perspective, where you are coming from, your creative side. So what they want is that whatever they have ordered, whatever they have said, that should be done. They want it to be done. So they only want you to obey their order at this time. Now, again, the heated arguments in relationships, that can be one challenge again here in this period of combustion. Because Sun is going to completely overpower Venus here. Like, these are the negative things. Now, why these negative things come up? This is because if you already have a weak Venus in your natal birth chart, if you already have like weak Venus and then strong Sun, like in a way that Sun and Venus are not totally at a very well positioned place in your birth chart, that's when these things might happen, especially when you're running your Venus Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha or Prithantardasha, or also if your Sun and Venus are lording like the Dusthana houses, the difficult houses, 3, 6, 8, 12. So at this time you have to be very careful that you do not come in tussle with any kind of authority figure. Okay, so now again, as I said, heated arguments in the relationships might occur. Now there might be dispute in husband and wife, so I'll come to that point as well. Business partnerships might get into a turbulent phase. There might be, argumentations in partners, and then about the family lineage in the family, about the knowledge, like someone would like to dominate you, that I have more knowledge than you, like your partner, like ego clash. To the, like, this might take you to the verge of the relationship breakdown, something like that. You might feel that. It's not that it's actually gonna happen, but it's again depending upon your dashas and antardashas you're running. And actually, if your Venus is strong, if your Jupiter is strong in your birth chart, then this is just like a testing phase. So if you are aware, then then you don't feel so overwhelmed due to this situation. So for those, as I said, who have good planetary positions, those should not be even worried. I mean, there might be little turbulence for them as well, but it also can signal divorce for some relationships. And also the married couples who are who are already in, like, always in the fight, like that kind of relationship where it's already not very good relationship is going on, they might threaten their partner to divorce. Because as I said, it's like Venus is combust. It's like Sun is trying to show that I am the authority. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, this is what I will do. It's just like a threat. It will threaten the Venus. Now, Venus is the feminine energy and Sun is the masculine energy, as I said. So it depends, like, who has that authoritative position in a relationship. It might be husband or wife, So, your spouse may act like this during this Venus combustion phase. Like you may come across people who has the qualities where they would like to irritate you, they would like to frustrate you, they would like to suppress you at this time. So, and another thing, like for the health wise, I would say you should be very careful about your eyes at this time, because sun is the energy that dries up the water element. So the eyes, like you should be careful about your eyes. So the moisture in your eyes may get dried up. You should get your eyes checked up. So there might be weak eyesight. Like you might discover, some people who are already having little weakness in their eyesight, they might discover it, because when sun throws the light, it also shows the actual things that are happening. So it will the things might, your eyesight problem might get disclosed. So you might come to know that this is what you're facing, especially for the children. So again, for those who are actually planning to consummate to produce kids, this period is not very favorable for conception. But there is an exception to this rule. So if someone is running the Jupiter Mahadasha or the Moon Mahadasha, so this phase might not affect those people whose Jupiter is in good position. Or if the Moon or the natal Venus is aspected by a benefic planet, again a Jupiter or Mercury, or if they have aspect of Jupiter or on the Moon, if their Jupiter and Moon have mutual aspect, or if Jupiter aspecting their Moon, then it might be like there won't be any problems in conceiving a child. Because what's happening here is that Venus also represents the sperms for men and the eggs for the females. So here there's been a reduction in that source of reproduction. Sun is drying it up. So this might be an issue, but as I said, if there are like the exception to this rule, so if there are other good placements, then those people should not be worried about it. But again, as I said, this period is only for a couple of months, so this phase will pass by. Now another thing is this Venus combustion, it also is called Asta Tara. It is called Tara Ast in Vedic culture, in Vedic tradition. So it also says that Tara Duba. So usually around this period, like marriages are prohibited. So if you are planning to set up a date for marriage, this is not a good period, because there's already a like tussle going on, like between Venus and Sun, the masculine and the feminine energy. So let this energy settle down, and that's after like somewhere like October. But there might be some dates and some good time periods, some auspicious times in between these a couple of months, where the conjunction is not very close. Like if the conjunction of Sun and Venus is like more than 30 degrees apart, then and then there are some auspicious times in between, then you may consult a good astrologer and then finalize the date if it's really urgent to get married as soon as possible. So now again, as Sun represents the boss figures, the figures in power, and Venus represent delicate things, feminine energy. So Sun and Venus is so close, that shows that feminine energy is getting suppressed. The love expression is being discarded by those who are in authority. So mostly what we see in most cultures, it's like it's men who are in authority, unless there's like a female who have those traits, like are now that nowadays females are also are into all kind of martial arts activities and everything, right? So they have those traits in their birth charts, so they grow up like those little tomboyish and masculine energy females. They have more masculine energy than feminine energy. So but mostly we see that there are men in authority in most cultures. So whether they admit it or it is just kept as an unspoken reality. But with the change of times, as we see, as I said, and the change of societies and multiculturalism all across the world, things are changing now. But well, that's a completely different topic that I may like to touch another day. So now let's talk about other things now about this combustion, like the positive side, right? So the positive side and the positive outcomes of this combustion so what it does, the positive side of this combustion, like let's say your Venus and Sun are in good placements, they are lording good houses, Kendra or Trikona houses, so they are in good position, right? And maybe you are running Venus Mahadasha or Antardasha at this time. So what it does, like what kind of positive outcomes it gives? So it also enhances your creative abilities. It may make you and give you artistic talents and like make you like a person whose talents and abilities shine, whose creative talents and abilities shine. So it makes the person intelligent as well, because we should remember Venus is a guru as well. Not only Jupiter, Venus is also a guru, a Daitya guru, Shukracharya. And when some Sun comes closer to the Venus, the power of the Venus to learn and attain knowledge get enhanced. It enhances the qualities of the Venus. Like unless the conjunction is very, very close, like just like within 5 degrees, then it might be a problem again. So this conjunction can work as a trigger for some people, and it can make a person very spiritual as well. Because as I said, Venus is Shukracharya, Venus is also Guru. So Guru wants you to be spiritual. And then again, it's also because Sun is close to Venus. So Sun is your soul, your Atma, who wants to know the higher truth. So, as I said before, so it reduces the amount of sperms in a male body, and it also reduces the amount of eggs in the female body. So by that, it can give you a very tough time in getting pregnant for those who are actually wishing to conceive a child. But the good side is that let's say your other planetary positions are favoring you to conceive a child during this phase, then you actually can conceive a child even if it's like Venus combust period going on. So, and if that happens, your child is going to have a great intellect. It's going to be very intelligent child, and who's going to have a big personality in society. So now you already know the good and the bad outcomes of Venus combustion during this time. So now we will talk about the remedies that what we can do to reduce the negative effects of this combustion and bring about the positivity within and around us. So as I always say, that we are now, first of all, we are going to now strengthen the sun and the Venus both at the same time. We are going to enhance the qualities of both the planets in a positive manner. So what we are going to do, like for the sun remedies, as I always say, do Surya Namaskar. It is the super easiest and the best remedy for sun. So what we do when we do Surya Namaskar, we pour the water towards the sun in the morning during the sunrise, and we bow down and pay our respect to sun. So whether your sun is placed in a good position or not very good position in your natal birth chart, this is going to be very helpful, whether it's only for this period of combustion or after that. Then it also actually, if sun is not good in a good placement in your birth chart, what basically it does is it troubles you through the negative qualities like anger, false ego, frustration, restlessness. But when you pour water to sun, you're trying to reduce the fire element in sun, and you pay respect. You calm the sun's fire energy, fire element little bit, you reduce it. Now moderating the fire element is done with that Surya Namaskar actually. Another good remedy for sun is chant the name of Ram. Ram, 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 or just chant the mantra Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 108 times in the morning is perfect. Now, the other thing you should also do to balance the feminine and the masculine energy within yourself and around yourself, that is to do the remedies for Venus at the same time. So there are very easy mantras for that. So you can also chant the mantra of goddess Durga. So the easiest one you can chant, like I don't think it would be difficult to learn and chant and remember it. It's Jai Amba, Jai Jagadamba. Jai Amba, Jai Jagadamba. Jai Amba, Jai Jagadamba. So this will help you enhance the, qualities of the feminine energy within and around you. Or you can also chant the Durga mantra, Sarva Mangal Mangalle, Shive Sarvartha Sadike, Sharanye Trambake Gauri, Narayani Namostute. So, alright. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and share it with your friends and family. And I will come back with a new video very soon. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.